Do you believe you have a free will?
Absolutely.
You have a free will?
Absolutely.
And so what does it mean to you to have a free will? What does that mean?
Right. So God divinely ordained us free will to see if we'll choose life or death. And it seems like our soul negotiates with our intellect. For example, I always say faith over reason. And they say, reason is science. Yeah, reason means you can sit down in a dark room, think long enough until it's a good idea to cut your penis off and go trans. Reason. You can be a reasonable pedophile. You can be a reasonable bestiality, having sex with beasts, necrophilia with dead people. Reason is satanic. That's why biting from the apple, excuse me, it's not an apple, it's a fruit. Biting from the fruit of reason is satanic. Knowledge is satanic. Knowledge is fake news. The only thing that ever lasted for thousands of years is the word, because the word is the fucking truth.
So if you have a free will, why don't you will yourself to be free of anger and of fear, of that emptiness that you get when no one is around, the cameras are all off? Why don't you will that away from you if you have a free will?
Well, when I look at my past, total chaos. Now, great order and structure, but I don't believe in that absolute. Sometimes when pastors like you tell me, John, why don't you 100% be at peace? I find what you're saying is, why don't you be God? And I don't think you can ever 100%. Mike Tyson doesn't have a 100% perfect punch. You can never be 100% perfect at anything. The only thing that matters is progression. Again, sin is a snowball. If you're snowballing away from sin, that's great, right? It starts with lying, cheating, stealing, raping, murdering. It snowballs from little to big. Look at your trajectory. If you're going the right way, keep following the cross. If you pick up the Bible, you start sinning more, but you picked up some Mormon shit.
Do you believe that the Son of God, Jesus Christ, do you believe he had perfect peace?
Yes, because Jesus is God.
And are you a son of God?
Yes.
And so if you're a son of God, why don't you have the perfect peace as the Father have? Because if you're a son of God, you and the Father are one.
Because I am born in a fallen state, unlike
right.
him.
Right, but if you overcome the fallen state, it's the Father who brings you out of the fallen state, right?
Right, but the Bible says you don't just overcome it forever. Every morning you got to go back to overcoming it, meaning you're struggling for the rest of your life.
Do you believe...
And I don't believe picking up the Bible is the end of suffering. I believe it's the end of your suffering having meaning. That's it, and that's good enough for me.
And do you believe that you can... do you believe that... so you don't believe that once you return to the Father that you can have peace on earth inwardly?
I don't believe in this 100% peace. I think that's a satanic position.
So Christ was lying when he said, I came to bring you peace, perfect peace?
Right, but again,
he was lying?
Christ also said that you're going to struggle for the rest of your life with faith, right?
No.
For example, let's say we have to sweat by the brow and go to work.
Right.
What if you don't want to work? What if you just say, F work?
You get on welfare.
That is a feminine position.
You get affirmative action. But let me ask.
For example, like original sin, don't you believe we're suffering for the rest of our lives till we die? Going to God reduces the suffering, but to say it makes you 100% perfect peace is like, who do you know with perfect peace?
I promise you.
Name one person.
Let me tell you this. I promise you that you can live on this earth and have perfect peace within.
Well, name a person. Who's going to inspire me?
That's why God came, sent his son that you may have perfect peace, right? So he's put everything back in order. And if you return to that order, you will have perfect peace.
Do you struggle with faith?
Not at all. Not one.
0%?
I promise you, 0%.
It's the masculine position.
And you can have it too, because I can tell that
Again,
you want
I think this is going to sound crazy, but I think you push people away from God if you tell them, I never struggle with faith, because then millions of people watching you say, this isn't for me, because I struggle every day. I'm an alcoholic. Keep struggling. Just keep going to the cross.
You know, when they say that, I say, okay, just stay in your hell and suffer. Because some people love their hell. And so if
You're right about that.
And if you notice, God doesn't, he doesn't say, oh, I'm going to make you come out of your hell, I'm going to make you this. He made the way for us to overcome, right? And if people don't want to overcome, he let them stay in their hell.
So you believe in a cold turkey, someone could pick up the Bible and change 100% in one day?
Not at all.
Well, you have to believe that.
No.
So you believe billions of people, no man ever had perfect peace in one conviction?
Your heart can change. See, salvation is of the heart. And anyone that has anger, Satan is their God. He's their daddy. He's their God. But once you go and forgive your mother for turning you away from your earthly father, because when you're not turned to your father, the woman is your God. And so when you forgive your mother for turning you back, for turning you away from him, and giving you her identity, and return to the Father, and forgive both of them, right? For your father for not protecting you, your heart will change just like that, and you will have perfect peace. And then the Spirit of God will make a home in you, and He'll destroy the mindset and emotions of the devil.
Why? I agree with everything you say, except here I'll have to battle you, because my first month accepting Christ was the worst month of my life. And I've been through everything. I lost my best friend. It was worse than that somehow. I don't know. It just felt way more pressure than that. And it was overwhelming. And I was cursing Christ's name the whole month. But I said, I'm not a bitch. I'm not going to switch back to, I'm going to stick it out. If this is the worst month of my life, let's try the next month. I'm with Christ. But I kept cursing, punching walls. The first month of accepting Christ was the worst month of my life. No business, banned off everything, poor, broke up with a girlfriend who was trying to kill herself and carved her leg with a knife. And I'm losing my mind, and I can't see a therapist. I don't trust these liberal. I'm losing my mind. Now, the first month is over. The second month, I'm a famous millionaire, and I'm here.
Right.
You're telling me I should go back in time and tell myself, oh, you're struggling the first month of being a Christian? You don't have perfect peace? Yeah, I have it, clearly. That's like saying God hates you. That's a terrible position to have. That's like, imagine if I told myself, I need perfect peace because now I'm a Christian. My first month being a Christian was the worst month of my life. My second, up until now, the next couple of months, I swear to God, I haven't been sleeping because I think it's a dream. I'm living out my dreams. And I'm surrounded by models. They're disgusting to me. All I want to do is keep converting people to Christians and telling women to shut the up. I have my dream job. And I don't even feel, this is going to sound crazy, I don't even think the garden would satisfy me as much as my life right now. I don't want to ever say I will have 100% perfect peace. I don't want to say that.
But I wouldn't recommend that you say it, but I would recommend that you neither say you won't or say you will, because life and death is in the power of the tongue.
But Jesse, who has perfect peace? Name one man on earth.
I do.
No, someone besides the host of the show.
I don't know, because I don't know what people have. But I'm sure there are people out there with it.
Martin Luther King. That guy's a Satanist.
Where's Martin Luther King now?
Cheating on his wife and dead.
I rest my case. But let me ask, do you believe there's a past and a future?
Yes.
And where is it?
The timeline of, I guess, my development.
I can't hear you.
My development, being a child, teenager.
Where's the past?
That way. I don't get the question.
Where's the past? You say you believe there is a past and a future, right? So where is the past?
I guess memories now.
And where's the future?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
So you don't know where the future is, right? So why do you believe there is a future when you don't know where it exists or not?
This spitting.
What?
You are spitting. That's how the young blacks say you're killing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, Jesse, you're right about that. It's like, let go of the past, let go of the future, and just focus on God.
You don't even need to let go of it. It doesn't even exist. Just know it's not real. All you have is right now. There's nothing else but now.
When you're on cocaine, this hits a lot harder. Like, I'm speechless. Wow.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And why does it make sense to you?
Because we as civilians are obsessed with depression, which is focusing on the past,
Yeah.
and anxiety, which is focusing on the future.
Yeah.
And we're dominated by these, which really come from greed, lust, wrath, all the seven deadly sins, those invisible impulses that torture us. So we make them our gods.
That's the nature of the devil. When you do that, you're worshiping the devil
Yeah.
and calling him Jesus.
Because it is worshiping the material world.
Yeah, absolutely. And the mind. Anyone that believes thoughts are worshiping the devil because all thoughts come from the devil.
You know, Jesse, I've been watching you for years, but I've never heard this take of yours, so it's blowing me away that's happening live or on camera. This is one of your best opinions for sure. Because usually I win. You beat me.
Let me ask, do you create your own thoughts?
No, I believe all the mental plane is dominated by demons.
And so if you believe that, why do you believe when the thoughts tell you can't have perfect peace, when the thoughts tell you when you're all alone and they tell you that you're lonely or that you're nothing or that you need more money or you need more of this, why do you believe them if you know there are demons? Because they're not from God, they're not from you. Why do you believe them if you know they're from demons?
Yeah, that's a good one. It's just, I believe after life I'll have perfect peace. Right?
But why do you believe demons if you know that the thoughts are demons?
You're right, they're deceiving me. You're
yeah,
right.
Why do you believe them?
Because I'm born in a fallen state. I win.
But if you know that they are demons and you're 100% right about that, when they come, why don't you just let them pass so they can't make you feel a certain way? Because if you notice you get those thoughts, you get the thoughts of feeling good, you get a fake feeling of feeling good. Then you get the thoughts of feeling lonely or bad. Now you get why not just let them pass and not communicate with them at all?
You know why he's right? You know why you're right, Jesse, is I've never seen you lash out, get angry, or get too happy. Right. You're always kind of in the middle, not like a Buddha, but you're always kind of like here. You never have like extreme clips where you're freaking out or you're super happy. So you are like the closest to perfect peace, I guess, compared to these Hassan homosexuals, right?
If you forgive your mother, you can have it too, because you do want it. I can see that you want it. But you must forgive your mother for turning you away from your father and your father for not protecting her. And then God would he'll renew your mind. He would give you a logical mind rather than an illogical mind. Yeah. And he would take all that away, and then you have peace of heart, and the rest will be easy.
So it goes back to what you said in the beginning. Me and everyone watching, we enjoy our cycle of suffering.
Absolutely.
We enjoy flirting with those demons.
Yes.
Okay.
You love your hell.
You are the best fucking pastor I've ever met. No, I'm serious. I keep talking to pastors and they never make sense. And you know what's interesting is it is a masculine position of absolute peace because you're giving the devil nothing.
Yeah.
It's like turning your full back on him. And this position I always see in a cured alcoholic, which the interesting thing about Alcoholics Anonymous, they don't give you a scientific, reasonable way to get out of it. Their first step is believe in God. They come back to us, those fucking cowards. They try and sell us fucking, that science with the vax and all that. But they don't use any of that science. When someone's about to kill themselves, they say, give them Jesse. Take that guy to Jesse. They try and trick us and say science is like the supreme authority, but when everyone's an alcoholic and trying to kill themselves, they send it back to the conservatives. We were always right, and Donald Trump was right about everything.
Yeah. You believe that, the kingdom of heaven is above, right?
Yeah.
Do you know it's inside of you?
Right, the temple. Yeah.
No, do you know that the kingdom of heaven is inside of you?
Yeah, but I still believe in afterlife, that, that is heaven. I
know,
don't believe in this.
You
can be doing Molly at home and
yeah, I don't know if that is either. But do you believe that the kingdom of heaven is inside of you?
Yes.
And why do you believe that?
Well, it says in the Bible.
And do you live from that kingdom?
Yeah.
You live from that kingdom?
I try to, yeah.
Do you live from that kingdom?
Well, I get intercepted in the material world, right? The dark prince's world, the devil's.
Do you live from that kingdom within?
I guess no. You want that answer, right?
No. I just want to know.
No, because if I say anything else, you'll say I'm lying, right?
No,
Look at my lifestyle.
I never said you lying.
I don't think I do. I think
And
I fail.
why not?
Well, just like how you're not married, we're fucking up.
No, but why don't you? You don't have to be married to live from
No,
that
God
kingdom.
wants us married. I should be married.
Why don't you live from that kingdom within, though?
Born in a fallen state, I fall short. I fall short, Jesse.
Do you want to live from that kingdom?
Absolutely, but that kingdom comes in absolute when I die, 100%.
But he said that you can live from it right now while you live. Why
I
you
don't
keep
believe
saying
that.
when
I
you
don't-
die?
You're interpreting it wrong. I don't believe that.
He didn't say the kingdom of heaven is within us?
Yes, but again, there's more verses talking about afterlife.
But he didn't say that the kingdom of heaven is within us?
Yeah, he did.
So why do you keep saying you have to die? You won't get it until you die. Why not accept it now?
Because I believe in original sin, that we're paying for original sin. Do you not believe in?
But so you don't think that he can change your heart and draw you into the kingdom?
Right, but again, the free will test is your 100 or 80 years on earth, right?
What?
You have one life, and that's a test. Do you believe your life is a test, a free will test, a moral
No, I
test?
don't know what that means.
You don't
No.
believe you're being tested by God to
No.
live a righteous life?
God has never tested you, and he never will.
Wow, that's interesting.
Why should he love you? Why would he test you?
What would be the
Satan
point of free will? What
Satan-
would be a point of the choice and free will? if
You
it's
don't
not
have a
test?
free will.
Oh, you guys don't believe in free will here?
And you don't either.
So what was the story about biting from the fruit?
But you don't believe in free will.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do. I just
Then
said,
will yourself to be free within. Get rid of all your conflict.
right, again, but okay, so you're saying I have to be perfect to believe in it?
No. I'm saying if you had a free will yourself out of all the conflict.
And then you'll believe me?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not doubting you or believe. I'm just saying, if you believe you had a free will, why don't you will the anger away? Why don't you will the conflict away?
Right, because
Why don't you will that away?
Again, my position is every morning you have to go back to the cross. You believe that once you're a Christian, everything is just fixed. I don't believe it.
I
I'm
never
a Catholic.
said that. I never said that. I'm just asking with this free will idea. Why don't you will yourself to be free? So even when you're alone or you're with a crowd, you still have that peace within.
Okay.
No, that was a question.
Why don't I will? Yeah, I have no answer for that.
Have you ever thought about it? If I have a
Let me ask you, why don't you will it away? I already have.
Because we don't have a free will.
But that's so weird. Did our grandmother Eve have free will?
No,
But she made the choice to bite.
no. She didn't make that choice. She believed the lie that the devil told her she could be like God and that she doesn't have to listen to her husband. She could be like the man. She could be free. Don't listen to that man. And she believed the lie. And once she believed the lie, she could no longer believe the truth from her husband, who believed the father.
So you don't think she was guilty for biting it?
Guilty for biting. She became guilty after she bit it because she believed the lie.
Right, but you said she does not have free will.
Right.
So she's not guilty.
She is guilty.
So she had the intention.
She didn't have an intention. She just
Of course
believed.
she did. She's
For an
guilty.
example,
How can you be guilty? That's like I kill someone, right? I intended to kill them. I'm guilty.
that doesn't make sense.
I mean, I believe Eve was guilty, just like me. She fell short, right?
I don't understand that language. That's why I can't respond.
What? Are we lagging? What do you mean? Is she guilty or not?
She became guilty once she believed the lie.
So she's guilty.
And the reason
Okay, I agree.
Because she took on the nature of her.
Yeah, I agree. She had the free will.
She took
She
on
had
the
the
nature
choice.
of God. Of Satan, right?
Yeah, God gave her the choice, and she made the wrong choice.
He didn't give her the choice. She decided that.
No, the story really is talking about how rotten the feminine satanic energy is, because she's given fucking paradise and still wanted more. I mean, and remember, if I go kick a child outside, am I guilty? Do I have free will to kick that child? You don't think so.
Do you have free will?
Yeah, like, do you
No.
believe I made the choice to kick that child?
No. You have
Oh,
never.
so you believe it's just God's will, everything that's happening?
You have never made a choice in your whole life. Not one human being.
In the material world, I've never made one choice?
Practical choices, because God gave you the mindset to do that, to live on this earth, right? You may make a choice that you want to wear a black hat today rather than a brown hat. But those are practical thoughts, choices on a lower level.
No, if someone
But you don't
punches
live by
their
those.
if someone punches their mother, you're saying God wrote that into the script, or he went against God's moral will?
If someone punches their mother, you know why they did it? Because, first of all, they have anger, and they were influenced by their father, the devil, to do it.
Right, but are they guilty?
No.
So you don't believe in a divine judgment day?
I don't know what that means.
God isn't going to judge you for everything you've made a choice on?
I promise you, God is never going to judge you because you never made a choice.
Then what's the point of what's the point of the simulation? That makes no sense.
You were influenced to do it. You're being influenced and don't know it because you're not aware, and you think
You don't believe in it. The judgment day is in the Bible.
God is never going to judge you.
So you just ignore that part?
No. The reason I know he's not going to judge you, because when Christ came, he took on all that for us, and he reversed it so that we don't have to go through that. And that's why we have to overcome the devil in our thoughts
But
and feelings.
Jesse, when we die, I'm not CIA, but when we die, God, through the endocrine system, the nervous system of our mother, girlfriend, wife, friend, everyone we've ever betrayed, he replays the whole life through their lens, and you feel exactly what they felt when you backstabbed them, and you see everything. You think you're not getting a replay on everything you did here with God watching? You don't believe in that?
Where you get that from? Because I don't even know what that means.
So you don't
You
believe
just made that up.
You believe everything you did here is not going to be replayed at all?
Did you just
in front
make
of
that
God?
up?
You don't. A Christian who doesn't believe in Judgment Day, you guys got to become Catholics today. This is crazy.
Do you believe that
If I go with Jesse's logic, I could go punch a child. That's like my dream job.
No, you can't.
Why?
But if you did, it wouldn't be because it was your decision.
I'm tempted. The first kid I see, it's on sight, right? I want to pick a black kid too.
Do you believe that have you ever made a decision?
Yes. All sin is you fucking up, making the wrong choice.
Not the devil influencing you in your imagination?
Right, but again, the devil can only take your soul if it is for sale.
Does the devil influence you to do things that you didn't want to do or you wish you had not done?
Absolutely.
And so why do you take credit for that?
Because the soul belongs to Christ. You put it up for sale for the devil. It's your fault.
What does that mean?
When the devil influences you, ultimately it's your choice. Are you pro-life or pro-rape and murder? It's your choice.
Let me ask.
Jesus is king.
That's right. But let me ask. So you think, other than practical choices we do, right? When we want to live, buy a house and stuff like that, you think you have made decisions. The things that you have done that was wrong, did you make the decision to do those things?
I was influenced by the devil.
Right, and so if you were influenced, why do you take credit for it?
Because just like Eve, I bit from the apple.
But you were influenced by a spirit. Why do you take the credit for it if you didn't make that decision?
Because I'm on earth being tested. If my moral character will convert the youth to Christ, or will I just blow with hookers? Right? God wants to see which path I'm going to take.
You think God would test you? Why does God need to test you?
These are like questions that you're really saying answer for God, which I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'm not going to answer for God, Jesse.
But why does, you believe he's testing you, right?
Absolutely.
Why does he need to test you?
I wouldn't answer that. That would be blasphemy.
You know the answer to it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you
That's
don't
like saying,
know.
why is the sky blue?
Amazing. And because I got to start ending the same way, but I got to ask. So you believe God tests you,
Yes.
but you don't know why he tests you.
There's a zillion things I don't know.
Have you ever...
Like, why did God make the waves like this in the ocean? Do you know?
Because he's God.
Okay. Ask me the question again.
You believe that God tests you.
Yes.
And why?
Because he's
I
God.
knew you were gonna say that, but I
Why?
wouldn't. I knew you. But that's
This is
not
great.
true though. God does not test you.
Wow.
Let me.